We have to do a very important topic today, that's concord. Concord means agreement. So here in English, when we take to English grammar, concord refers to the agreement between the subject and verb of a sentence. This is very important. Like, I cannot say I has. With I have to use have, otherwise my entire sentence will go wrong. So according to the subject, the verb changes. I have, she has, they have. So this is subject agreement. There are many rules for subject verb agreement. This is a very important topic, not just because it affects your exams, but because in most competitive exams we have exercises based on this topic. So if you're going to, not if, when you apply for a job, you have to appear for competitive tests, and at that time such questions will surely be there based on concord. So it's something very important. Whichever kind of exam you have to, whichever department you're doing, wherever it is, you do require this. So what is subject verb agreement? That is, the subject and the verb should match. For example, if you have a singular verb, subject, you should have a singular verb, and if you have a plural subject, you should have a plural verb. For example, 2 dogs are sitting and 1 dog is sitting. So always, this is a basic rule that we all know. Singular person requires singular verb, and a plural subject requires a plural verb. Here something more is given: first person, second person, third person. First person, the person who's speaking; second person, the person who's listening; and the third person is the person about whom we speak. The person is not there. Now when we speak about singular and plural, there's again there are so many modifications and things that we have to keep in mind. More than one. When we say more than one student, we think that okay, more than one, isn't it? So it should be plural, but there it is singular verb, because after more than one we are using the word student. Then more than one editor. So in such cases where we are using more than one, we take a singular verb. Similarly, many a. Many a, again we think that okay, there is many, so it has to be plural, but that's not correct. It has to be singular. Many a cup has been broken. Many a politician tells lies. Many a, it shows a large number of, but yet it takes the singular. Now there are many, again many more rules that we have to know. So they have to match with each other. The subject and the verb have to match with each other. That is, Kevin walks to school. Kevin and Tom walk to school, because now there are 2 people. Similarly, compound subjects, that is subjects which have more than one, where there is more than one, can be used as singular or plural, but depending on the circumstance. That is, Ava and Anna are going abroad. Both are going. So that's why are. Ava or Anna is going, because only one of them is going. So though there are 2 subjects, depending on the circumstance, we are using are or is. Next, this is very important. Collective nouns can be followed by singular plural verbs. Now what is it? See, collective nouns means it's an entire unit, team, army, couple, everything. When there is more than one and they are treated as singular. Now here, why is it that it can be singular or plural? For suppose, for example, you have a cabinet. You know, in the cabinet there will be many ministers. So the cabinet is made up of many people. Suppose the cabinet is deciding to do something together, then all of them have the same opinion. So we take them as a single unit and we'll say the cabinet has passed the resolution. The cabinet has passed, singular. But suppose they have different opinions and different members, they vote in different ways. So we can say the cabinet are divided on this issue. That is, they have different opinions, so they're not acting as a unit. So in that case we have to use plural. Indefinite pronouns like everyone, each, someone, no one are always singular. We don't know who it is, isn't it? Everyone in the class is a champion. Indefinite pronouns like both, many, few and several always take plural, because you to remember easily, maybe one is not there. So it's usually plural. Both are in love with music. Indefinite pronouns like all, most, some, all these can be singular or plural depending on the usage. Most of the exam is easy. Why did we use was? Because it is a single exam. In that exam, most part of it, the major part of it was easy. Most of the exams, so here you have more than one exam, isn't it? We have suppose 10 exams, in that 9 exams were easy. So most of the exams were easy. It depends on this. Some more examples where we can get confused. Happy families are all alike. then each unhappy family is unhappy in its own. Then because they'll be different, and his brother rather than his parents is to blame. Why here, though we have parents and brother, the subject is brother, not parents. So what is the sentence? The brother is to blame, so that's why is. Similarly, children interfering in the parents' right has become a social problem. So here again, why is it has? Because it is referring to social problem. That's why has. What he did and what he said are totally different. So here both are there. Doing is different and saying is different. So because both the subjects are, because they are dead language, just is no reason why they should be ignored. So because they are dead, some languages are called dead languages because they are no longer used. No reason. So here the actual subject is. That's why is reason. That's why is. Some more rules. The following words may be singular or plural depending on the use. Some, any, all, must. We already saw it. Subjects joined by or and are plural. Subjects joined by or nor take a verb that agrees with the last subject. Bob and George are leaving. Neither Bob nor his friends are leaving. So usually if they join by and, but there are exceptions to this. Then there and here. Suppose the sentence begins with there. There are, there were. So here they are not the subject. So we should see which is the subject. For example, there were 5 books on the shelf. There is a girl in the room. So here the subject is not the first word of the sentence. You should be careful. About collective nouns, we already. Again, now suppose words are connected by neither, nor, either, or, all these things. If both are singular, then it will be a singular verb. Either Kamla or Geeta is ready to do the work or whatever it is. Okay. Example, my aunt or my uncle is arriving. Neither Akshay nor Ajay is available. Then each, everyone, all this we already saw. They take the singular verb. And everyone is a word which means everybody. So here both are used together. Whereas if I say everyone with a gap between every and one, it is 2 words where the meaning is each one. That's just for you to know, an additional piece of information. Now this is very important. For sums of money or periods of time, we use singular. So though $10, it means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $10 are there. Yet I use singular with it. Use a singular verb with sums of money or periods of time. 30 minutes is enough to complete this work. So there, though there is more than one, it is a sum of money or a period of time. So we have to, again we are rehashing all this. Subject and verb must agree in number, with, as well, together with, along with. They are not part of the subject, and the verb will see only the subject. The politician along with the newsman is expected to shortly. So though newsmen are there, they are not the subject. Only the politician is the subject. So that's why it's singular. Then about joining with an, collective noun, we already spoke. Joined by a, or, not, either, or, neither, nor. Here it agrees with the subject closest to his. Neither my father nor neither my mother nor my father goes to the books, organizations, names of hotels. All these they always take singular. Like a very common example, Gulliver's Travels. Gulliver's Travels, though it ends with S, it's we say Gulliver's Travels is book. Again about collective nouns, it's over, along with, as well as. See the same example. Then fraction, percentages, all these they depend on what on the situation. Like a lot of information is about, whereas a lot of seafarers need. There because its information is. Seafarers is plural, so it depends on we have a plural verb. So it depends on what is the actual subject. The next one, when it is 2 words are added using as well as, along with, an addition to follow a singular subject, the subject does not become plural. My teacher as well as other faculty member is opposites, because here the subject is my teacher. This together with all this, they are all the same. The mayor as well as his brothers is going to present, because it is the mayor is the important subject. Now a linking verb, that is, are, and all, is agrees with the subject. It agrees with what is the main subject. Now a can of lime beans sits on the shelf. So it sits on the lime bean sits on the shelf. So here, why is it sits? Because it's not lime bean, it's a single can. That's the subject. The women who went to the meeting were bored. Why here meeting is singular, but many women were there, isn't it? So women, that's why it is were. We have to be careful while doing this. Some more rules which have not come so far. When we use an uncountable noun, then we use singular form, like honesty is the best policy. Similarly, when we have more than one of, and we have a plural noun, then the verb will be singular. One of the girls is missing. Why? Because though it is girls, it's only one. So that's why one of plus any noun, it will be singular. Then some nouns which appear to be singular take a plural verb. For example, the police have arrested. The cattle were grazing. We think cattle, there's no S, but actually cattle refers to more than one. Okay. Then class nouns like food, furniture, clothing always take a singular verb. I'm sorry, there's a spelling mistake, it's verb. This furniture is very old. The imported cutlery is very costly. Then like we already saw, economics, physics, all this, it takes a singular noun. Now when you take things like scissors, trousers, shoes, if I say pair of scissors only, it will take singular, otherwise it will be plural. If I just say scissors, then it is plural. Where are the scissors? Where are my spectacles? Okay, but suppose we add a pair of. If we say a pair of, then it is singular in verb. Here it's not written, but please pay attention. If it is written said as a pair of scissors, a pair of trousers, then it should be singular. But when a pair of is not specified, like scissors, where are my trousers? Now you will think trousers, both the legs together, they're forming a single unit. But we ask, where are my trousers? Where are my shoes? Then there are some other nouns which are regarded as one unit and they take a singular verb, like bread and butter is a wholesome food because we take it as one. Brick and stone is used in the same way. We say time and tide waits for none, or wait for none. You have a question, isn't it? So time and tide is considered as singular. He waits. The same way time and tide waits for none. Okay, don't say wait for none. Now examine the following sentences very carefully. This is very important. This is very often asked in competitive exams. The novelist and poet is dead. The novelist and the poet are dead. Now what is the difference? See, in the first sentence the is used only once, whereas in the second sentence the is used twice. So both the novelist, in the first sentence, both the novelist and the poet refer to the same person. That's why he is dead. Whereas in the second sentence, the article the is there before each. So it refers to two different persons and the verb is plural. Now here we have some exercises. Please try these, pause these slides and then cross answers to test your understanding of concords. Hope you have understood something. Please go through the slides again and see this once again so that you are familiar with the concept of concord. Thank you.